Hey, good morning, everybody. How you doing? It is a couple days left here in the month now, guys. Running out of time here. All right, we got today. We get two more, and then Friday we should get unemployment numbers on that day as well. We'll get CPI the next week, I believe. So we're gonna have some more numbers coming out. We got Fed talking a little bit today. Uh, Just see what happens with that. There's a little bit of chatter there. They're going to be talking about rates. I'm sure they will. Okay. So what do we got moving on now? Spies down and Qs are down and Nasdaq's down because AI is spending too much money. This is breaking news. I don't see how this is breaking news. I think the bigger move was we made that spike up yesterday, and we took out we took out everything here on the Nasdaq. So Nasdaq's kind of pulling back here from that. I think that's probably what's more tied into this than anything right now. This is on my month right here. So we're taking a little bit of a hit off there this morning. All right, and coming back inside. All right. So Nasdaq was down. We're down about 358 points. We were down lower. All right. So we've shared up a little bit. All right, what's who's taking the hit on that? I got Marvel coming down here this morning. All right, Marvel closed 158.21. It's trading 148.50. All right, 148.50. Yesterday's highs were one 163.45. All right, so they had been pulling it back here yesterday. So, but I did finish with the nice hammer up. All right, so where are we now? We're at 148.45. All right, so we're right around the lows here. All right, so it looks like we move maybe slightly down into this move in here. We'll see what happens with that. All right, so I see it starting to pop up here a little bit in the corner. All right, so Marvel's moving down there. A-Lab is a little bit, just it seems like took the hit on this semiconductors. And yesterday, it kind of told us something, right? We opened up and they were garbage, and everybody was, they were again. I kept saying, we got misinformation, saying that they were going to be popping up, and they didn't, and they stayed down kind of for the day. There was some rally in here and there, but for the most part, I mean, look at A-Lab. A-Lab's a semiconductor. 2-2 back down. This one's coming still a little bit here down. Got down to 179.99. So this guy's coming back up into this here. You're going to get a gapper down into the 180 zone. All right. Been waiting for these to come in. All right. All right. So little pullback here on A-Lab. This one's strong, man. Look at the monthly. Okay. Look at the week now. This kind of just got dragged into this fight. All right. So A-Lab. That one's down a little bit. Qualcomm is a little bit lower on this business too. All right, Qualcomm was kind of giving it up all day yesterday. All right, so and where are we at? 145 right now. All right, so we're slightly lower coming down from yesterday's hot lows. We're sitting around 145 in the 2 day. Right, so you're going to be stuck inside that 2 day there. All right, so that's semiconductors coming down. Now semiconductor, I should say, cloud stocks are a little bit better here now. All right, so ServiceNow a little bit coming back up as we can see now. ServiceNow is making a move to the upside. And then now Salesforce is going to get their chance to see if they can make a go of it. All right, 184.47, 182.89 right now. So that one's going to be inside day to start the day. Watch that D-Dog because we know the cloud fares are a little bit better here. All right, 131.98, 131.98. All right, so again, too much AI spending. How about the fact that they're not making any profits? They're worried about that. They should be worried about something else. All right, so anyhow, D-Dog. That group is a little bit better, so I would look for Qualcomm to come back up. All right, it's kind of more into the cloud form, so this would be one to keep an eye on that I think could turn around and come back up if any of them. All right, Qualcomm. And we know that everybody's chomping at the bit to get a piece of Marvel when it comes down. So we'll see what happens there. I see Qualcomm is coming back up already here. So Qualcomm might be able to get out of that. All right, so we'll look an eye on the semiconductors. That's what we got going on here this morning. The diamonds are slightly higher here. The futures are showing us something that looks horrific, but they're already starting to lift back up on the futures. We'll finish that up at the end. So what group is moving this morning? XLV on your healthcare was the shooter day down. All right, 144.57. All right, we're back inside. All right, so we're going to be inside here. We're going to be opening inside on the day. XLV down and out in Beverly Hills across the board. But we got a little bit of a gap move coming back up on the inside. All right, so we'll see what happens. Johnny John's better here this morning. There you go. Johnson & Johnson. I'm in all these Merck. All right, MRK, Merck. All right, Merck's trying to get back up. Merck kind of got nicked me a little bit, but it's tough racket. All right, so Merck a little bit better here. Regeneron, REGN. That one's popping back up here now again, up to $751. I don't really know if this is real, but it has a green bar and it says 751 next to it. Closed at 744.44. Looks like Regeneron wants to go higher. I watched that Amgen too. All right, stick with these healthcares. Stay with me on these healthcares. I think there's still going to be a rough ride. We're still a little early, but we'll see what we can do. All right, so healthcare right off the bat, a little bit better here this morning. All right, so we got that moving over here. We got the XLPs are trying to fight back again because Coca-Cola, I guess Coca-Cola reported, and now later today, we got some earnings coming out. We're gonna have after the close, we're gonna get STX, Starbucks, and Visa. All right, all three of those we're going to get after the close today. All right, so we'll see what happens with those guys, see if anything cooks there. All right, so healthcare a little bit better. Apple's a little better, not really affected by this AI cost. I don't get it. All right, Apple, get it. All right, trying to come back up here to 69.95. So Apple moving upwards. Why is Apple? Because it's in the industrials, all right? And we're going to watch XLI because we've been talking about it forever, all right? Now, here is your XLI. All right, we finished with that. We finished with being stuck in the middle with you. It moved down to 170. It's moved back. All right, so one back into 170, 173. We're going to be inside day, all right? We know that this group is still sketchy, but Apple's better here today. What else is a little better today? Honeywell, Daci Honeywell. Honeywell, a little bit better here, 212.05. Pretty much unchanged here for the most right now, just slightly lower on your Honeywell. And Emerson, EMR. With the 213, and where you at? It was higher. Pull back in 141. We're going to be inside day. All right. We're going to watch the industrials. We're going to watch these. We're going to watch the healthcare XLV. Okay. United Healthcare was moving up yesterday, pretty good at the end of the day there. So we had a little bit of action there as well. I was noticing that UNH was moving there yesterday. We could take a look at that right now and see what's going on. That United Healthcare, better. All right, better healthcare. All right, a little better here on the 2 hour. That's a 2-2 back up. Now it's kind of stalled to draw back in, but not bad. I think healthcare. I think we're getting somewhere maybe, but again, still a little early, guys. All right, core COR. This is up again this morning now at 311.70, trying to come back. COR, and then check out for TMO. TMO, we got where we get here. Not much to talk about. They knocked it down and they come back inside here. So 467 and change. You're going to be inside day on Thermo. All right. So let's go to the futures and kind of wrap it up. Looking across the board on the rest of everything, like I said, the futures are down and we're starting to lift back up on the on all three. All right, starting to look up. Boeing's a little lighter this morning, but I expect that to probably get a little bit better. All right, so as the market starts to lift from the move down from a AI's spending too much money. It's like breaking news. That's not breaking news. The question is, where are the profits? Okay, that's a bigger problem than they're worried about spending. That you can control. Okay, that you can control. All right, so we'll see. We'll see what that becomes. I like this Apple move here coming up this morning. That one's nice. We'll see if Apple. We got crude higher now, about 4.5% to 5%. They're going to be meeting with the guys in Pakistan, so they're just going to elevate oil because they're talking. Okay, if they're talking, they should be bringing them back in a little bit, but we'll see how that goes. All right, we know how this one. We kind of know how the rodeo goes. We've been in enough skirmishes and wars over the last 30 years. So you kind of know the story on it. All right. So healthcare better. Johnny John better, Merck better, everybody better on that group. Staples are starting to show up, and Coca-Cola is moving to the upside here now. Coca-Cola, get 78.08, moving up to the upside now. All right, Coca-Cola, Staples. All right, Monster coming back up. Couldn't get it going yesterday. Yesterday they looked like they were going to fall off the planet. And now today they show up and they're a little defensive. All right, so coming back in with the Monster with the 2-2 back up, get. All right, and let's go to the futures. All right, so SPY, like I talked about in the beginning here. Here we are. We're stuck in this 2-day pattern, and we're already starting to go back inside here. We're 2-2 back up right now, 711.04. Starting to get some buyers back in control in here. All right, so we're going to be opening inside the 2-day pattern, but more importantly, we go into yesterday's lows was 712.13. That gets us into the next day. Right now we're sitting at a 711.14. We'll see if anything we can grow from there. All right, QQQ, which the Nasdaq got really clocked, and 2-2 back up on the Qs right now. As you start to see it, we're starting to lift off the 2 hour, and we're still gonna be 660, so 656. All right, so we're in the same thing with the SPY with the 2-day pattern, trying to go back up into yesterday's business. Okay, that's exactly what we're trying to do. All right, and then you got your diamonds. Diamonds go 213 on this. This has been a real mess, as you can see. Healthcare's been decent. Industrials haven't been that great for them. Utilities are a little bit better. The metals have kind of cooled off. Financials kind of unchanged, not really doing too much there. All right. And then we would look at some real estate stocks and some home builders. Not too really much cooking to there. We can look at Vanguard, VNQ on your real estate. Shooter down yesterday, coming back down, and now coming back up at 95, back inside. All right, so that is your Vanguard. Kind of speaks for them real estate stocks. You got XLB there. That's going to be your metals. 5174 completely unchanged, not moving at all. Take a quick look at the gold there. All right, gold is coming back up, 2-2 back up is what I see coming right now. All right, so we're starting to lift here as we get a little bit closer to the opening, and we'll see what the day will bring. Chevron is coming back down. I look for that oils probably to come back inside. All right, so Salesforce, D-Dog, Now Semiconductor, and Qualcomm. The Cloudflares are looking a little bit better today, but it looks like the semis, who totally gave us a bad story in the beginning of the day, saying they were going to rip, they all came down, and then you get the hit this morning. Okay, finish it up with the Nasdaq, and we were down over almost 400 points on the Nasdaq, and now we're back to 314. We've been rallying back pretty good here, coming back on the 2-2 back up. All right, so we'll see what this day brings. I'll definitely try to get to you guys during the day. All right, other than that, be good, be good.